40 years ago on the LSU campus, I met this energetic, idealistic young man. Didn't spend a lot of time, but the little time I did spend, I walked away thinking, special guy. Well, that special guy wound up being a statistician for us, and 30 years after meeting this special guy, he became the mayor of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Kip Holden. When I analyzed Kip, and you know, so many politicians got so much rhetoric. I don't listen to that. I listen to their actions. Edgar Guest, the great poet, had it down pretty well. He said, I'd rather see a lesson than to hear one any day. I'd rather you walk with me than to merely show the way. The eye's a better teacher and more willing than the ear, and the counsel you're giving may be very fine and true, but I'd rather get my examples by observing what you do. I've met Kip's family. They observed what he did. I also have seen a litany of people that work for him, and the one thing that I always come out with Kip Holden, our mayor, I come out feeling is, reminds me of a statement Booker T. Washington made many, many years ago when he said, the role of most leaders is to get the people to think more of the leader, but the role of the exceptional leader is to get the people to think more of themselves. Go around and ask the people that work in his office, work with him, administrators, whoever they are, they'll say to you, he's fun to work with. Now, I have no preference in a party, so this is not a political thing. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm not an independent, I'm an American voter. So there's no preference here that this is some party thing. But I judge the things that Kip Holden has done. First of all, he was smart enough and bright enough to surround himself instantly with talented Republicans. It wasn't a deal where, you know, I'm just going to be, all my cronies around me. That's how you fail. Then another thing, just the common man. What does he do behind the scenes? You know, when he goes to a banquet and has to go kiss babies and lift people up and do the things that you have to do, everybody does that. But he does something special. I experienced that something special in a little tiny town I grew up in, Minot, North Dakota. Totally flooded, destroyed, devastated. FEMA wasn't in there helping. They didn't show up right away. So the people were really trying to do everything on their own. They were having great financial problems. Without me calling, I got a call one day from our mayor. Coach, he said, I saw your town got flooded, little old Minot, North Dakota. I want to help. He sent a very generous check. I presented it to the mayor of Minot, North Dakota, and he was elated by it. Well, I happened to be in a dinner one night with a bunch of folks. We were talking about Kip Holden, and the waiter happened to overhear me. And as I walked out, he came up to me, he said, Coach Brown. He said, I live in Scotlandville. He said, let me tell you some things Kip Holden does for us, the behind-the-scenes things. So why am I here today supporting Kip Holden? He follows all the good characteristics of good leadership, and then the other things he's done. So now let's talk. I'm not into mortar much. But downtown Baton Rouge used to look like it was downtown Romania or Albania at one time. It was so bad. He's revived that. The parks and recreation have blossomed under him. Are there some things that he has to do? Obviously, and he knows it. I was at his outgoing party announcing he was going to run again, and the first thing he brought up, what was it? Crime. And he also brought up something interesting. The first, and I may be wrong on this, maybe somebody in some other state did it, I've never heard anybody get up and tell the truth, not just say crime. Black on black crime, education. He's trying to be a prolific leader, and he is. So again, no party preference, but I know who I'm voting for, Kip Holden.